This video is brought to you by HostGator. If you're looking for hosting for your website or trying to create a new website, HostGator is the best solution for you. You can buy hosting for less than $3 per month. Check out the link in the description below for more information. If you are looking to learn more about IT or study for one of the many certifications, sign up for a free trial of Pluralsight. Their vast library offers many courses ranging from software development, IT operations, and cybersecurity. Please check the link in the description for more information. This video is brought to you by Sophos, an industry leader in antivirus solutions. Stop malware in its tracks. Please visit the link in the description for more information. Yo, what's going on YouTube? Zach with IT Career Questions. Happy Sunday to you. It's a gloomy Sunday here. It's raining. All the snow is melting, which is a great thing because snow bothers me at my old age now. Kids love it. I hate it. That's all right. Today we wanted to talk about our Discord server. So if you guys check the link in the description, it's the very first link. Please join our Discord server if you are interested. I'm on the Discord server right now. So if you guys do the Discord stuff, check that out. I would like to try to have an engaging way to talk with you guys, so it's not so much just these live streams where I could talk back and forth with you. Maybe Slack could be the best way, but we'll see whether you guys really prefer Discord or Slack. So if you guys want me to start like a Slack server or a Slack chat, we can do that as well. So we'll see what works best, but I want to have a way where I can talk with you guys on the go, and it's just a little bit more personal, I guess. So check it out if you're interested. If not, then that's all right too. I'm here live streaming as much as I possibly can because I'm here to help you. That's what this channel is all about, is helping you get into the IT field. So with that being said, this is going to be a fairly quick live stream because I know I have some things that I need to do today, and I'm sure the wife will come out here yelling at me. And that's all right. That's all right too. So thank you for the ones who are joining the Discord server already. If you guys want to open this up for a quick AMA, I'm definitely down. I'm always down for an Ask Me Anything. And it looks like I already have a question. So hello everyone in the live stream chat right now. What's a good, let's see, Devinder says, what is good for IT career, Cisco, AWS, or cybersecurity? All three of those are really good for an IT career. So whatever you choose will be just fine. Somebody says Slack works. So we'll see what works the best. I wasn't really planning on starting Slack, but if you guys are really want Slack, we can do Slack too. I've never used Discord before, so I figured why not. Somebody mentioned doing Discord in a live stream the other day, so that's why we did it. What's going on, Catherine? How you doing? Slack is awesome. I use Slack for work purposes, so I just kind of wanted to switch things up a little bit. Joseph says, why is it so hard to break into the IT field for some, like myself, that those not have a lot of experience? So why is it hard for people to break into the IT field who don't have a lot of experience? Well, I mean, you're going to run that in many fields that are specialized in some way. It's just the nature of the industry, really, and it's not necessarily that it's going to be difficult the entire time. You just have to keep applying. Apply to everything. At some point, something will come along. That's funny. But anyway, yeah, it can be difficult to get into with no experience, and that's the thing about it is you have to be persistent. You have to keep at it. You have to keep going no matter what. A lot of jobs are going to say you have to have experience. I don't really care what job requirements out there say. Always apply for everything. If you meet any of the requirements, just apply for the job anyway. Chris Howell wants me to do IRC, and I wish I still could do IRC. I haven't logged into an IRC chat in decades, probably. It feels like. Probably not decades, but you know what I'm saying. It's been a long time. What's the best place to start DevOps? Well, I'm sure there's a lot of resources out there. A lot of the different e-learning platforms that I talk about all offer some type of DevOps courses or trainings and stuff like that. So Pluralsight, IT Pro TV, Skillsoft, CBT Nuggets, they all offer some type of DevOps training. What's going on, Chris? Catherine, you just started your CEH course. That's awesome. Where are you doing it through? Because that's awesome. I'm looking to actually look further into the CEH because I had a few conversations with EC Council, and I got this cool thing, which is a little dusty. This cool little storm device from EC Council. This is a mobile security toolkit that I got from EC Council. It is, if I can open up the right side of it. This is a little Raspberry Pi with a cute little touchscreen. It's running Kali Linux on there. I don't have a power cord close to me, but this is just a sweet little mobile security toolkit, as they call it. They do have specials with this, I believe, when you sign up for like EC Council's CEH courses and things like that. And we're going to talk more about this in other videos. They're not lined up anytime soon. So we won't talk too much about that right now. Let's see. Benjamin, you just started studying cybersecurity, but Python seems a bit difficult for you. Python is probably one of the easiest languages to learn. Honestly, I found Python like extremely easy to grasp onto. So what resources are you using to learn Python? That would be my question to you. You might need to use other resources. So check out some other resources if you can, and maybe that could help you. You know, check out different YouTube videos, check out IT Pro TV, check out Skillsoft. They all have different courses on Python. Cybrary, Udemy, they all have that. PC Addicts Chris, he was just at my house like an hour and a half ago. We were just talking about cameras. But that is not the Chris that you're thinking of. What kind of Linux version is good for start practice in cybersecurity? So you can really kind of pick up any distro of Linux, but Debian or Ubuntu are probably going to be the easiest to get installed and running, and just kind of, you'll be able to understand a lot of the basics of those. You'll just want to understand Linux before you start understanding anything cybersecurity related. So once you kind of understand the fundamentals of Linux, then you can kind of start understanding the rest in cybersecurity. But before you even get into cybersecurity, you're going to want to understand the fundamentals of different, computer networks, networking in general. There's a lot to understand before you really dive deep into cybersecurity, and Linux is definitely one of them. And eventually you can get into Kali Linux, which is built really just for cybersecurity. Let's see, what's the best way to become an IT admin? How long does it take to become one, and what's the prereq? What type of admin are you looking to become? Like a sysadmin, a network admin? You tell me. Chris, you're the famous Chris. You're still the Chris. You're famous. That's cool. That's all good. Your video got me going on it. Wanted to do it for a long time now, and now is the time. You can do a virtual box and install Kali Linux on your own PC for free. True story. Yeah, I've been having difficulty installing Kali on my desktop, and I need to look further into it because it ran fine the other day, and it crapped out on me, and now I don't know what the heck is going on with it. I need to like reboot Windows 95 and see what the hell is going on. I remember rebooting. I don't think I rebooted. I think I rebooted and then I don't think I tried to install it again. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I could probably just do a live version of it. Let's see. Sorry, I'm talking to myself now. Anyway. Is CH enough to hack? If not, what else? I mean, there's so much involved in ethical hacking, because that's all we'll really talk about here is ethical hacking. Is CEH enough? I mean, it's enough to maybe get you started, but there's much more involved there. If Chris Howitt is still in this chat, he can definitely give you more advice than I can. But CEH can be a start. There's also like Pen Test Plus. There's like the CISA. There's EC Council offers a few other courses that pertain to that. There's like the Security Plus. Those are all really good certifications. And you don't necessarily have to get those certifications if you really don't want to. You can get a couple of them, but at least study all the material that's on those. Solo Sphere, you caught the live stream. What's up? So you want to be a sysadmin. So where are you at in your career right now? That's my question. Let's see. Solo Sphere, looking into classes now for CompTIA. You want to go into cybersecurity based on the CompTIA chart. Is that based on? Is that based on the CompTIA? What is it called? I just posted it the other day. The roadmap, the roadmap that I posted the other day. Sammy Soul, I'll have Chris. If you can answer that, is digital forensics hard to get into, and what do you actually do most of the time? And that's an extended conversation about getting into hacking and things like that. Yeah, there's so much involved in cybersecurity, really. And I really want to get Chris on to do like an interview and talk to him more, and get. I really want to pick his brain on camera one day, and others, to really dive deep into the weeds there. Because I mean, really, if I were to sit down, do the research, talk to all the professionals that I've partnered with or linked with, to really get a good grasp on everything involved in cybersecurity. I mean, a video just for that would be like hours long, probably. I mean, honestly, it would probably be like hours long, because there's actually a lot involved in the cybersecurity field. There's so many different, not even just job titles, but just like roles that you can play in that field and things that you could be doing. So it's such a hard question to answer, and I love trying to answer that question, but at the same time, it's really difficult when it's hard to know exactly what you want to do, and sometimes you don't know what you want to do. And hopefully soon, in 2019, I'm going to be gearing up a lot more content towards cybersecurity that will help answer a lot of your questions. But like I said, it's going to be hours worth of content, so I can't exactly answer all of those questions in one live stream, because I'd be sitting here forever. But we'll get to it in different videos. Let me check this, because I was getting a phone call. I was getting some message here. Okay, I can get back to that person. Let's see. Captain Alpha. What about this path? Python, CompTIA A+, Security Plus, Network Plus, Linux Plus, CCNA, OS, CEH. Says, I mean, that sounds like a great path. If you stick to that path, I mean, you're going to be golden. But I mean, that's a long path of certifications. And where are you at right now in your career? You may not need if you're going for a CCNA, you may not need your Network Plus, for instance. You know what I mean? And not that the Network Plus is bad or anything. It's a great certification. But I'm just trying to see how I can shorten up your path there. Patrick Dillon says, Zach, congrats on the partnership with CompTIA. Well, thank you very much. I'm very excited about CompTIA. It's going to be lots of fun. Lots of fun. I've helped you a lot with direction, encouragement, and other vids. 2 questions. Where can you get Mac OS X cheap, free, and how can I learn Active Directory yourself? I'm not sure where you can get Mac OS cheap, honestly. I've been so far out of buying stuff like that where I'm looking, cheap, free type of stuff. I'm not sure. I mean, honestly, you maybe look on the dark web. No, just kidding. Don't do that. Yeah, you're gonna have to look somewhere else because I'm not sure where you can get the actual OS. I'm sure you could probably download like some type of trial version, like trial ISO of Mac OS. But as far as learning Active Directory yourself, you can start up like tons and tons and tons of VMs. So you can actually download like Server 2016 ISOs, spin those up, and you can get Active Directory installed on there, and then you can just start playing around with it. There's tons of YouTube videos out there that will walk you through a lot of the different Active Directory structures and how it works and things like that. So that should be something easy for you to do. You shouldn't have no problem doing that or finding that. Chris answered the digital forensic thing a little bit. Let's see. Darmic's IT tech for a local company in Salem. It's been a year. You're a comp science grad. Do I need MAS or another management degree? Become a sysadmin. Thanks for bringing this up. No, you don't necessarily need any other like degrees to move up to a sysadmin. It really is going to probably majoritively take experience. Once you start understanding how enterprise environments work, that is really going to be the thing that takes you to the next level. Having a year or 2 under your belt really a lot of times isn't going to be enough to move you up to a sysadmin role. It's going to be after that you start looking at more of those high-level roles. The certifications will definitely help you. Degrees, I mean, you already have a degree, right? You're a comp science grad, yeah, so you already have a degree, so you're already set. It's the certifications that are really going to make or break you, kind of, sort of. But the experience is definitely going to be that thing that will hold you back. So get the experience under your belt, and then you can definitely start getting in that sysadmin type of position that you want to be in. Solosphere wants to be in cybersecurity based on the CompTIA roadmap. Your brother-in-law says he loves what he does. He's in network security and makes like $60K a year. You'd be happy making $38K a year. Yeah, you should have no problems doing that, man. I mean, honestly, I don't know, I guess, what your salary range is in your area, but I mean, you really shouldn't have a problem, to be honest with you. Just checking the Discord now. Saying congrats to people. Sorry. So much going on, I got to keep up with all of it. Captain Alpha, must you be smart to get into this field? And what about algorithm, data structure, logic, and design pattern? Well, I mean, you're talking something that is like, you're looking at more like engineering. Do you want to be in more of like, engineering? Not necessarily like this true engineering, but some type of like a network engineer or application engineer type of thing. You don't necessarily have to be a genius, but you don't have to know algorithms or data structure and design patterns to get in IT in a general sense. But there's tons of roles in this field, so it really depends on where you want to go. Solosphere, just want to get in this field. 2019 is getting you into the stuff. Been trying to get into Linux and study for your CompTIA cert. You want to get into trade school and learn hands-on, get a job in 2020 maybe. And you could probably get a job in like 2019. Just start studying for your certs now and make 2019 the year that you get some certifications. I mean, you should be able to knock out a certification in 2-3 months. You're asking, is it better to buy a book from Barnes & Noble and just take the exams, get online classes? That really depends on your learning style. If you are somebody that will learn better from reading a book and following along, then that's what you need to do. If you think you can join like Pluralsight and follow along that way, then that works too. You know, like Pluralsight, IT Pro TV, Skillsoft, all those guys, they pretty much offer some type of virtual labs, so you don't have to have your own hardware, which is something that is really, really important. When you are just looking to get in this field and you don't have your own hardware, so you can't build your own labs because you just don't have, you know, the computers and switches to do that, it's really handy for when like IT Pro TV has their own virtual labs and things like that that you can log into and play around with and follow along with what they're doing. So keep that in mind. Patrick says, thanks, Zach. You, the Professor Messer, and Myers are godsend to the initiate IT crowd. I'm doing what I can, but yeah, those guys are also very swell as well. I guess I skipped over that one. The chat is so hard to keep up with the chat. I'm sorry. What are the specs you recommend for a laptop if you want to start getting into ethical hacking? I mean, whatever you can afford. How about that? I mean, with laptops, like this is what I always tell everybody, because I really despise laptops besides my MacBook, and that should tell you enough right there. If you want to buy a laptop, buy a MacBook, because it's solid and it just works, and really, honestly, it does. But you're going to spend a lot of money. But the same is going to be said with any laptop. Like, you're just going to have to spend the money because you're going to want quality hardware in that laptop. So the more you spend, the better the laptop is going to be. I mean, that's blatantly obvious, but it's the truth. The more money you spend, the better hardware you get. And I don't just mean, well, you're going to get like a better processor. I mean, you're just going to get better hardware. You'll get like a better motherboard. You'll get better RAM. Not just saying you're going to get more RAM. I mean, you're going to get better quality RAM. You're going to get a better quality hard drive. You're going to get a better quality screen, things like that. That's the stuff you have to keep in mind when you're spending money on things like a laptop. But I'll never buy another laptop again unless it's a MacBook. Period. Sorry. That thing just hands down works all the time. And it's lovely. So that's what I can tell you. Maria's, hey man, watching all the way from SA. You're studying BSc IT. Should you also try to do MCSA, MCSD with that? Any tips? Anytime you can study for certifications along with degrees, I always suggest doing that. I mean, certifications are something that, you know, everybody should get. I mean, quite honestly, if you can get a certification, go get a certification. If you have the time to study for a certification, make sure you're studying. Just do it. It's going to help you throughout your career. Let's see. After you get your first certification, for example, CCNA, what is next? Cybersecurity or security? Are you looking at like the Cisco security or like Security Plus? Like what are you asking more specifically? Your local institute recommended you start with CompTIA Fundamentals, A+, Network Plus, MCSA Windows 7, MCSA Windows 10, Cisco CCENT. Wowzers. If you really know absolutely zero about technology, then yeah, the fundamentals is definitely a great certification to go for. But I mean, if you are pretty familiar with technology, I think the fundamentals is that's not worth it. A+ is definitely worth it. Network Plus is good. The MCSA is good. I wouldn't really go with the MCSA Windows 7 at this point because Windows 7 is going to be going away in like 2 years. I mean, it's still going to be it'll be around for the next 2 years, but everybody's going to Windows 10. Anything that you need to know about Windows 7 is easily Googleable. Yeah, I think I said that right this time. At this point, because it's been around for so long, so I wouldn't worry about that. The Windows 10, though, for sure. MCSA Windows 10, definitely. You wish I were your brother, to be honest. I'm kind of a jerk when I'm not on YouTube, so you probably wish I wasn't your brother. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see, Chris Howitt's answering questions because he's the man. Solosphere, I was just kind of giving like a rough estimate. Like, it could take you a month to study for a certification. It's all really based on how long it takes you to study. Like, if you study every single day for like 3 hours a day, like, you get a certification in like 4 to 6 weeks. You know, it really depends. It's all about how much time you put into it. Let's see, Maria studied a week for Amazon Certified Solutions Architect Associate Cert and got 602, so you can get one in 2 weeks if you study hard. See, so, and it really depends on how much knowledge you already have going into it. So there's a lot of different factors. Sammy Soul, is there a work-life balance in this job? Work-life balance in IT? That's a funny question. Funny question, and I think Chris is answering it right now, because yeah, it's subjective. It's totally subjective. How your PC you build? How's the PC that I built? My PC that I built is freaking amazing. I love this thing. Like, it's just a powerhouse. What's going on, Dakota? Yeah, the PC that I built, I love. I have not had one issue with this thing yet. It just stays frozen all the time and just powers through videos, editing videos. And I'm using it right now, so it's great. I love it. I wish I could build another one. I wish I had the money to build another one. I'd totally build another one just for fun. It's just fun to do. So anyway, that I finally caught up with the chat, which is great, and there's more people joining the Discord. So thank you guys for joining the Discord. If you have, I do appreciate that. We'll see how the Discord works out. If Discord doesn't seem to work out, we'll definitely start Slack. But I wanted to start something different because I'm already on Slack for work, and it gets kind of annoying. So figured I'd switch it up. So would I suggest Microsoft, Amazon, CompTIA, or Cisco certs? Which one? I mean, all of them. Like, every single one. Honestly. Like, any cert that you can get from any of those companies is going to be a great certification. I mean, that's the truth. I mean, you can get like an MTA cert or an MCSA cert, and you'd be good. You can get any of the Amazon certs, you'd be good. CompTIA certs are great. Cisco certs are awesome. It's all on you, man. You got to decide what path you want to take. Once you decide what path you want to take, then you can really decide the certifications that are going to line up best with you. Let me pull up this roadmap here. If I can find it. Certification roadmap. Here we go. So I can't suggest a certification for you. You have to determine the best course for you, you know. What interests you the most? I could tell you what interests me the most, but that could be completely different for you. So if I tell you this area of IT is the coolest to me, you could go down that path and you could find that you hate it. So 5 years from now, you could look back and you'd be like, man, Zach, you told me this was the coolest path in IT, and I absolutely hate it. Why did you suggest that to me? So instead of me saying, hey man, this is like the coolest path, I'm going to tell you, hey, look into each different path and find which one you think is going to work best for you. So that roadmap that I just linked, that could definitely help you out a little bit. But, you know, look online and look into the different careers that are out there. You know, look into system administration, network administration, cybersecurity, look into developer roles, Devops, and God, there's so many different IT roles out there. I mean, it's so hard to determine what you want to do, and I understand that, but you just have to look into everything and kind of do your research. Let's see. A vendor studying computer networking, technical support. You like to work on Linux so much, still learning, no experience in IT. Any suggestions to succeed? Keep studying and get some certifications. So I suggest rather doing expertise than doing random certs to get all around knowledge. I mean, getting all around knowledge is definitely great, but you know, figure out where it is that you kind of want to go. You know, being an expert in something is definitely a good idea. You know, having the all around knowledge is going to help you. So what I'm trying to say is, if you can become an expert in something, it will help you a little bit more than having just right off the bat this all-around knowledge. I mean, the all-around knowledge is going to be great for just getting into the field. But as you're kind of getting through the field, having that expertise in something, that's going to be where you start making these big leaps into the higher level roles that you eventually want to be in. You know, so if you want to start off kind of broad and do, you know, random certifications, that's fine. But really determine, you know, where it is that you want to be 10 years from now. Because you can line up your certifications, even though they could be somewhat random right now, you can line them up for 10 years down the road. You know, if you want to be in cybersecurity, for instance, you know, and you want to get like Cisco certification, so you can get your Cisco, like your CCNA, and get your what is it? The Cisco, the security one. I forget the name of it. Is it CCNA Security? I can't remember exactly. I think it's just CCNA Security. So you can get your regular, like your CCNA RS, and then your CCNA Security. But you know, figuring out your path that you want to take is really important. Thanks for joining, Chris. I appreciate it, man. You have a good day. Not sure about any institutes in London or around London, so it's I can't help you there. No, yeah, I definitely check out the roadmap. It's very helpful. So anyway, I have to get going before I get yelled at. So thank you guys for joining this live stream. It was definitely completely random, but I wanted to plug the Discord. So hopefully you guys have joined the Discord server. If you haven't, please do so if you would like. And if not, maybe we'll start, you know, the Slack channel. So anyway, if you guys want to talk further, hit me up on the Discord server. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next live stream where we'll do, of course, another AMA. So you guys have a great Sunday and take it easy.